All right, we're live. Here is my fantastic guest who just did a terrible job playing golf. He tweeted about it as soon as he got home. He said that he played the worst 9 holes of golf in his entire life. So thank you so much for coming on, dude. This should be a fun hour. Why don't you talk to the people a little bit about your golf experience today?
Oh, my golf experience. I don't know if you want to hear about that.
I do.
It started really bad, and it just continually got worse. Especially after, last week I played what I thought was a really good round, and I haven't played in a few weeks. I like to take off, 2-week, 3-week breaks just to like fix things in my game that, let them fix themselves and let the bad habits kind of just flow away. And that doesn't help. That doesn't happen when you're continually playing. You just reinforce the same habits over and over again. So It's nice to take a break. But today, man, was just, you ever just have one of those days where, you set your mind to do one thing, but no matter what you do over the course of that day, something keeps popping up at like every spot just to throw you off just a little bit here, a little bit there. One time it was a guy hitting in my backswing. The ball hit, fell 2 feet away from me, threw me completely off. My club literally snapped. One of my clubs.
You broke your club?
Yeah, one of the grips just snapped. I don't know. It must have been rusted.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
It actually happened twice. My buddy also broke one of his clubs as well. So it was just, and it happened. They actually happened on the same hole. It just a perfect storm of things that could go wrong. I didn't keep score at all. I lost every bet I made, and it just was.
Oh, you bet while you played too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you're really in the hole. I thought you just like played for fun with your buddies. But, like you're betting.
I mean, we'll play skins, which is like everyone puts up like $2 or $3 a hole.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Whoever wins the hole gets the skins.
Yeah,
and you just tally it. You just tally them up. But it's never anything big. It's $2. $2 a hole. It's just for fun. So I lost like $20.
Yeah,
so,
I was gonna say like on a scale of 1 to Michael Jordan, like how bad are we talking here?
No, I got a funny story about that actually. My buddy, one of my friends, is a really good golfer, and he is a member at a private club. And it just happens to be a club that Michael Jordan belongs to down here.
Oh.
And Michael Jordan has played at that club, and he caddied for not Jordan himself, but he caddied for another guy in the group that Jordan was playing with. And he told us like how these guys were just throwing money around, like thousands, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a hole. He said Jordan lost a hole, and he lost $5,000 on that one hole.
Oh, dude, I bet. Dude, I think that'd be like the coolest but like most terrifying experience ever, like playing golf with Michael Jordan. Because like I'd be like scared to beat him because I feel like he would just get so pissed. Like you wouldn't beat him because he's Michael Jordan. But
yeah, and he's also a very good golfer. Yeah. My friend said he was very nice. He gave him a $200 tip when he pulled his car around. Ferrari, obviously.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, if you give the guy good yardages and you tell him the right way to hit his putts, I guess he'll treat you well.
I mean, the man has money. We all know this. I mean, he used Michael freaking Jordan, and then now he has a Jordan brand, and then he's the owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah,
I think he's doing all right. Yo, Cooter's here.
What's up, Cooter?
How's it going? I was watching Cooter's live stream earlier. She was playing a puzzle game on Twitch.
Okay.
And she shit her pants at one point because she was scared.
Dude, Cooter is one of my favorite Twitter follows. All of her videos are they just never fail to crack me up.
Yeah, Cooter's like little video skits are like my favorite thing in the world.
They're the best. There's someone with pure comedic talent. You can't get any better than that.
Yeah. Okay, don't boost her ego too much. No, I'm kidding. But they are really funny. I made that one. I don't know if you saw it, but I know Cooter did because I tagged her. And I did one that was kind of like that with like one of my sports cards I had. And I was like, this one's for you, Cooter. But yeah, her videos are hilarious. I love the ones where she does like really irritating food things on purpose.
Yeah.
Those are great.
I like that. Those are great. I mean, you just can't get any better than like baseless humor. In a space like ours where everyone's so focused on competition and everything, we need someone like Cooter who lightens the mood and makes us all laugh.
Dude, so. I don't like the whole competition thing because like for two reasons. One, I mean, the shit's not that serious. First of all, I mean, I'm a person who like takes things not kind of seriously. I try to be professional in the sense of like, I mean, like, eventually like I want to do something in the sports world like as a career. Like I'm in college, so like by the time I graduate, I'll have like 3 years of experience doing stuff. So like I'll try to like get like a digital marketing job with like a sports team or something, something like that. Like I'm not like trying to be like Matthew Berry, but like I'm trying, like pursue a career
You're in school
in sports.
You're in school now, right?
Yeah, I'm at Miami University in Ohio, where Big Ben played.
Okay. What year are you in now?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay.
So I'm still chilling in the dorm, as you can tell.
I remember. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that has to be a dorm.
Oh yeah, this is a dorm room. Dude, the worst part about being in a dorm is like my lighting in here is so shitty for live streams and stuff. Like it's so like I have this. Where is it? Where's the light? That light right there is my arch nemesis. It's so bright and like 80% of the angles in my room where like the desk is facing, like it's just in the way. That's why I like my desk like normally faces like this way, like towards my closet, but I have to like turn it while I do shows or else the lighting's like terrible.
Yeah, when I move out of this place, I want to move into a place where I can kind of reconfigure things around. Like I kind of got pigeonholed into like where I'm sitting now. Like this indent was the only place I could put this like big desk.
The magical wall indent.
Well, I have this huge desk unit that's sitting in a wall indent here, and I've had it since I was a kid, so it made all the sense in the world just to set up my space. And I have my double monitor set up and everything right here, but there's nothing behind me that works. Like all these guys, like I was just watching Hot Stove with Scott Simpson and Matt McCoy, and they have JJ Zachariason on there, and he's got the whole bookshelf behind him with, with the books and the helmets and the this and the that, and I want something like that. Like back when I was in high school, I decorated my room a little bit, and my bed used to be like face this way instead of out that way, which it does now. I had like posters on the wall and stuff. The room actually looked like someone lived here. It didn't look like someone was here for a couple days and then didn't inhabit it the rest of the year. So now it's all bare and boring, and I can't wait to like move into a place I can like decorate and call my own and all that stuff. But
yeah, that's for sure. Like what you were saying, like you have stuff to put on display. Like I have stuff. Like in my room, like right above me, I have a signed Joe Hayden jersey. Right here, I have this signed Juju mini helmet that I won from a Pizza Hut giveaway on Twitter.
Ooh.
It was pretty funny. I entered like Pizza Hut tweeted out and like Juju retweeted it or something. That's how I saw it. Like they were giving away like signed Juju stuff, and I just like just threw it retweeted. And I think like 3,000 people retweeted it, and there were like 5 winners, I think, and I got one. So like it's actually I'm really happy with the prize I got because there were 5 prizes, right? 2 of them were signed mini helmets, which I got. The big prize was a signed jersey, but like the minor prizes were 2 signed Pizza Hut boxes, and like that was just weird. Like I mean,
Juju,
Juju would have signed a Pizza Hut box and sent it to you, and 2 people won it. Cooter likes the helmet. Thank you, Cooter. Yeah, but it's pretty sick. Like Pizza Hut follows me on Twitter still, I'm pretty sure, because they had to like follow me to DM me, which is kind of weird, but it was just like strange. Like I was like DMing Pizza Hut my address. Like
I found that randomly like a week ago. Jamba Juice DMs me, and so does Blaze Pizza. I'm not sure when those came along.
They DM you or they
no they follow me. They just randomly follow me. I have zero interaction with either of them. I was doing a little cleanse the other week, and I just saw Jamba Juice and Blaze Pizza both followed me like in the same like time frame because they were like near each other, and it was so weird.
Do they have a lot of like following?
I think Blaze had like 60K and Jamba had like 80K or something.
That's still pretty big.
But they follow. No, that's followers. They followed like 1,000 people each.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant. I meant like how many people were they following?
Oh,
it's pretty weird that a big brand like that would be following them as people. And Cooter, yeah. So like the pizza boxes, I assume it like there would never be pizza in it. Like I think it's just like the box, and they just sign it and send it to you. But I don't know. I didn't win it. I got the mini helmet. So
I wonder if all this time I've been missing taking advantage of Blaze Pizza and Jamba Juice by saying, "You follow me? Can I have free stuff?"
Dude, you should DM them. Be like, "How many retweets for free stuff?"
Yeah,
you should, dude.
How many retweets for a lifetime of free Blaze? Oh,
well, that's what happened. Wendy's did that. I mean, Wendy's is like
They had the chicken nuggets guy.
Wendy's has
Chicken
the
nuggets
best
guy.
Twitter account for a brand,
They
in my
do.
opinion. They
I mean, it all blew up with that guy with the nuggets and everything.
Carter. The guy's name was Carter.
Yeah.
And he said, how many retweets for like chicken nuggets for life or something like that? And he said 10 million. And he did it. That son of a bitch got 10 million retweets.
Yeah,
it took a long time. It took a long time for him to get there, but he got there.
And that was like 5 years ago too, when Twitter wasn't as like wide, like Twitter wasn't as widely used as it is now, nearly. And
that would happen immediately. Like if Wendy's like gave it attention and like quote tweeted and it was like retweet this, like it would be done in like a day.
Absolutely, dude. I mean that was great. The Twitter interactions between these big companies and like little like everyday ordinary people is kind of nuts.
Yeah,
it's just all maximizing the brands and everything.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like that's actually like what I want to do. Like if I don't get a job doing that in like the sports industry necessarily, just like any big company or just a company in general, like I'll work for like an insurance company and be really boring and run their social media, but like I'll do it. I prefer to do like an entertaining one, but like right now I run social media for I run social media for too many companies. Hold on, let me see. On Twitter, I run Dynasty Nerds. Dynasty Nerds is my baby. That's my like favorite account I run by far. Then I run Prediction Strikes Twitter. I don't know if you've heard of them or not yet. They're a really cool, like newer company. They've grown a ton recently. Ever since I came on board, I've grown by like 800 followers. Slight flex, but it's been super fun. Their owners are amazing people. They're literally geniuses. I always tell people this, like Devin and Brad. I don't know if either of you are watching right now. Of the 3 people watching, I love you guys. But they're geniuses. Devin went to Harvard and Brad went to another really smart school. I'm blanking on the name right now, but basically the website's like, it's like DFS mixed with like the stock market. So you can like go and like invest in LeBron James. And then if it goes up or down based on fantasy performance and then like buying and selling. It's pretty fun.
I like that. There's a few of those sites that are like floating around, like Fantasy Stock Exchange is out there and you can like buy stocks. And I remember, I'm sure she's not watching, but I remember Steffi advertising for a site that let you buy like stocks of football teams and everything like that. And
it's like
Symbol, I think it was called. But
so I run them, cool. And then Scores and Stats is a pretty big website, but their social media presence is really bad. So I took over their Twitter recently. They have like a little over 1,000 followers, but it's like very new. And then I also run Belly Up Sports, which is a newer, like bigger sports.
I know that one.
Yeah,
I know that one.
Yeah, they're trying to be like a new like mini like Barstool kind of thing where they have like a ton of different like podcasts and so I run their social media as well. I do it for free right now, but hopefully paid in the future. But
you should. I mean, if you do a good job, I mean, Dynasty Nerds is big. Like, there's something like that. You should definitely,
Yeah, I ended up telling the story like every episode for some reason, but I was seriously like blessed by Dynasty Nerds when they brought me on. I came on for them last August for free as an intern because their account when I got on it was like 23,000 followers, and I was like, dude, hell yeah, like this is awesome. And I came on. I started like off by just like posting their articles every day and like organizing their social media calendar for about a month. And then every once in a while, I would like put out some content, like a thread or something like that on their page. And then eventually, they just like gave me the login on my phone. And now I'm just just running the thing. It's a good time.
I like that.
It's fun. It's fun because like the hardest part about doing social media for brands and then like it's like for like Dynasty Nerds and like a couple other sports things because like. It's getting to the point now where like every like question I want to ask the community or like general like content-y concept, I like have to tweet it somewhere. And like the question is like, what do I want to tweet on my personal? What do I want to say for Dynasty Nerds? Like, what do I want to say for this? But it's fun. I love doing it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Wendy's is the gold standard, man. The interaction they had with I forget who it was, the Tampa Bay Rays. They did like their roast me thread, and the Rays, I think it was in the playoffs or something. They had a pitcher that was pitching like damn near perfect, and they pulled him, and then I'm pretty sure they lost the game and like made like cost them the playoffs or something. Mm-hmm. And then like the joke was like Wendy's reply, like they said roast me. When Wendy's was like, they made a joke about them pulling the pitcher, and it was hilarious. Like they just do such a good job. It's just amazing. But oh man, so we were talking earlier. Before we went on air that you're working on a show with somebody and you guys are going to talk about food and stuff a lot all the time. So that got me thinking. So I think we should do a tier list. Let me pull one up real quick. I think it'd be fun if we did a tier list. We're going to do like fast food.
Sure. Like that. I consume all the fast foods. So
I do too.
You're a college student. That's all you can afford.
That is true. That is true. That is very true, sir. That's also another reason why I'm doing all these fantasy things on the side. I can make some money while I'm at school, which is great.
Oh yeah, I remember before I was able to find a job, which ironically actually got me started in my career that I'm in right now, which is running my dad's sales rep clothing company. Before I started working at a clothing store that my dad repped at the time, I was looking anything I could do in school to make money. I would do, whether it was delivering things or going door to door. It was it was so hard to make money back then. I just remember that. I'm trying to think of other things I did, stuff that I actually can share on a live stream, because there's some things I can't. But
hey, I'm not judging you, man. It's all good. Okay, so let's get this pulled up here. This website's super laggy for some reason while I'm on live streams. I think it's because it's a lot with the live stream going and the page pulled up. Is my camera lagging for you? Because
yes, a little bit, but your voice isn't, so that's all that matters.
But oh well. All right. Well, okay. Well, now it's completely lagging and won't let me share the screen. So this is not ideal. Let's see if this will fix itself or not. Share screen. Please load website. That'd be great. Also, webcam, please catch up. What is this garbage? My webcam's like 5 seconds behind. This is funny. Okay. Chrome tab.
I'm used to it being me with the internet issues. If you've watched any of my previous streams, I either freeze completely or I go off the screen or something. So
I'll turn off the overlay for now, I guess, because it looks bad.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Here's what we got. We got the fast food tier list here.
Can you? All right. Yeah. Scroll it down a little.
Yeah,
bit.
I will. So we'll go one by one.
Okay.
But we got the best B, C, D, F, and never had tiers.
Okay.
So first we have A and W. I've actually never had A and W. Have you?
I've never had A and W, and it's odd because for work I travel everywhere and I travel by car. So most of these places I'm gonna have had before.
Excellent.
Since I've gone all through the Southwest. I've gone everywhere from as far west as Dallas and Houston, as far north as Virginia Beach, and as far northwest as Northwest Arkansas. So
you are a traveled man.
Oh yeah, dude. I gotta drive everywhere for work because I'm a salesman. So I mean, I have to drive everywhere. Like I can't fly because I bring all these clothes with me. So I always have to stop, and it's so hard to eat healthy on the road. So more often than not, even though I try, I end up at one of these places. So to start off the best, you want to go? Should we just go place by place?
Yeah, we're just gonna go in order here, I guess.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put Arby's in the F tier because Arby's is trash.
Yeah, I think Arby's is C. So I think we should settle.
All right, we'll put it in D. We'll put it in D.
That's fine. I'm totally fine with that.
I've eaten Arby's once, and I will never eat it again.
I've eaten Arby's several times throughout my life, like at least 25 times, probably more than that. I don't know. Cumulatively, I'm 20 years old. Yeah, I've definitely had Arby's more than once a year. So yeah, I've probably have at least like 50 times. I'd say. I don't know. It's not bad.
50.
Not my favorite.
I pray for you.
It's never my choice. I mean, I live at home, so like my parents get it sometimes, and I'm like, yeah.
Right.
I've actually had Baja Fresh. I've never had Baja Fresh. That's like the West.
I've had Baja Fresh a couple times. It's actually not bad. I'll throw it in the C tier.
C? Okay. It's kind of what I'd expect. Blimpie is a sub place, if I'm not mistaken. I've never had it.
Never had it.
All right, Blimpie. Never had tier. Bojangles is good.
Bojangles is pretty good. That's that kind of drunk food I like.
I think it's B tier.
B tier.
Yep. Boston Market is ass.
Boston Market is not great. F or D.
I think it's F. I'd rather have Arby's than Boston Market personally.
Ugh.
I would. Not gonna lie, I would.
Okay.
Would. Next we have Burger King. Burger King is C or D.
Yeah, let's go with C.
I think C. Like I think I would rather have Burger King than Arby's, but it's not that. Okay, Cane's is S tier. Sorry.
Cane's is fire. If Cane's is not like the best, it's in between the best and B. Like if there's an A tier, that's where it would go.
I think it's S tier regardless. Okay. Even if it was S through like F or whatever, I think it's S tier. Cane's is magnificent.
Cane's is so good, dude. Their
Carl's
fried
Jr.
chicken. Their fried chicken is elite.
Yeah, Cane's is great. The sauce is what makes it though. We all know that.
Right.
Carl's Jr. I mean, I've had Carl's Jr. / Hardee's like
I've not.
twice.
I've actually not had it. So
I've had it on like a road trip. I feel like I don't really know it that well, so I think it's a C tier. Like it's pretty good. I think it's fine. Next is Checkers / Rallies. I like Checkers.
Checkers is fire. Checkers is fire.
I think it's
B or S. B or S.
I think it's B. I don't really remember it that well because like where I live, there's not really any. Like I think the ones that we had when I was
they're all over the place. I'll eat their fry. Their fries.
They have good fries.
Are second only to Five Guys.
They have really good fries. They definitely do. My favorite fries are like my favorite fast food fries ever are probably Five Guys or Penn Station. Love those.
Penn Station.
Penn Station is
my guy.
Chef's kiss. I love Penn Station. All right, next is Chick-fil-A. I feel like I can kind of assume it's going in S tier.
S tier.
Yep. Kind of makes me mad that it's called the best, not S tier, but we can fix that if we have to. Next is Chipotle. This is also S tier in my opinion.
I would say B personally. Chipotle's kind of lost its style points for me over the years.
I'm leaving it in S tier because it's a strong S for me.
Okay. All right. I'm more partial to Moe's these days personally.
I just don't think Chipotle belongs in the same tier as Checkers. Personally, I don't know.
This is why we need an A tier.
This is true. We do need an A tier. Okay, how about we do this? How about we just do this? Can I edit these? Let me see if I can edit.
Yeah. I think you can edit them.
We're gonna. We're gonna make this.
We're gonna make that A tier. Can we add a never had tier?
Oh my god! Why can't I just change this? It's not letting me. A. There. Okay. Done. There we go. Okay, now we can just bump this up.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, there we go. Bump it up. Bump it up. All right, so what now?
Churches.
No, I'm saying like, are these tiers correct to you or?
I'm gonna put Checkers into A tier.
That's fair. I respect it.
But I think everything is fine as is. I think everything is fine as is.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess if we haven't had something, we can just leave it down there.
Yeah, I've had Churches a couple times when I've been in Tennessee on vacation. It's pretty good. I mean, I think it's C or B.
Okay, I'll go with your recommendation. I haven't had it, and if I had, I can't remember.
I wouldn't be. Cookout is gas.
Yo, Cookout's fire.
Cookout
shakes are elite.
Dude, here's the reason I'm making the argument for Cookout in S is because it's cheap as shit and it's incredible.
A.
But I think that's fine. I think it's a strong A.
Culver's is elite. Culver's S tier.
Dude, I haven't had Culver's.
S tier. You're missing. I'm telling you. You're missing out. Have you ever had a Butterburger before?
I have like once or twice. It's pretty good.
They're so good.
They're pretty good. I don't really remember. I had it like a few years ago.
I don't know about
Del Taco. My house. I just don't go to it for some reason.
I don't know about Del Taco. I haven't had it personally.
I have not had it either, so I'll leave it down there.
Okay.
Denny's. I cannot tell you last time I was at a Denny's.
I go there every so often. The breakfast is pretty good at Denny's. It's not too expensive. I'll throw it in B tier.
B tier. Okay. All right. I can get with it. All right, up next we have Domino's Pizza. Domino's is A or S for me. Domino's is my favorite pizza chain.
On top of the three tiers of fast food pizza, Domino's is the tier.
I agree. So we're putting it in the best or A?
I'm putting in the best.
I agree with that. I actually have Dairy Queen. I think Dairy Queen's a strong C.
Strong C, only because their ice cream is the only thing that's good. Like you can't.
Yeah, ice cream's good, and I work at a soft serve ice cream place, so I think it's shit anyway. So I don't know, not a fan. El Pollo Loco, I've never eaten there, but I've heard good things.
Never heard anything. I've never even heard of it.
It's like more of like a southern, like very like Texas, like the Rust Belt down there kind of thing. It's not. I've heard good things though. Firehouse Subs. I ate there like one time when I was like 10. I don't remember it at all.
It's not great. It's not as bad as Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's. But it's not great. Let's put it in C because I need a place to put Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's. So.
Whoa. You hate Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike's?
Yeah, dude.
What the hell's wrong with you?
So many things, but that's not one of them.
Why don't you like them? They're pretty quality. sandwich places.
Jimmy John's subs taste like stale ass.
Your Jimmy John's is doing it wrong, my man. I love Jimmy John's. I think that Jersey Mike's is definitely better than Jimmy John's. Penn Station's is my favorite, but Jimmy John's is pretty good. I think if I were doing it like my rankings, I put Jimmy John's in like a B and Jersey Mike's in A. But
Really?
yeah, I think they're both pretty solid.
I would put Firehouse above both of them.
No.
Though I haven't had Jersey Mike's in a long time, but I have had Jimmy John's recently, and I will stick to that opinion that it is trash.
Jimmy John's is a B, in my opinion. But anyway, we're skipping ahead. Five Guys is S or A?
Yeah, Five Guys is S.
I think it's S. Up next we have IHOP. IHOP is a strong C or B.
It's C. It's C. It goes in the same tier as Denny's because it's literally the same thing.
Well, let's move it down then. All right, next up we have In-N-Out. I've actually never had In-N-Out. I need to try.
I've had In-N-Out, and I will admit to this.
Are you in camp overrated In-N-Out, or do you think it lives up to the hype?
I'm camp a little overrated with In-N-Out. I think it's very good. I think it's very deserving of an A or a strong B tier, but it is not the S tier that everyone thinks it is.
That's fair. That's fair. Jack in the Box is a light B to a strong C for me.
I'm with it.
I'm putting it as a light B.
I'm with it.
Jersey Mike's for me is an A, but you hate it, so I'll put it in B.
Okay.
I'll put it as a light B.
You're gonna have to put Jimmy John's in C.
I'll put Jimmy John's in C, but it's a strong C because I like it. I've never had Jollibee.
Well, I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it in my life. KFC is B or A. I think it's.
I'm actually gonna go with KFC in C. Or D.
You don't like it?
There's so many better fried chicken places.
That's fair. That's fair. Little Caesars is C or D.
D.
It'll get you through. It'll get you through.
Yeah, it'll get you through, but it'll give you.
I would much rather eat at Little Caesars than Dairy Queen. Personally.
I think that's fair. Maybe we should move Dairy Queen down to D.
Yeah, I think we're moving it down. Long John Silver's. My question is, who the hell eats at Long John Silver's?
Yeah, like if you have a choice, I think you're going anywhere but Long John Silver's, and for that reason, it's going straight to F.
It's an F. McDonald's is an S.
McDonald's S tier.
It's S. It is the classic fast food joint that you crave all the time.
And it's the only one that stays open till 4 in the morning.
Well, and Taco Bell.
And Taco Bell, but we don't talk about Taco Bell.
We'll get there later. All right, next up we have Moe's. I've eaten at Moe's a couple times. I mean, I think it's good. I'd put it in C or B.
I told you before that Moe's has moved equal with Chipotle or close to above it for me. So I'm going to go with Moe's in A.
Yeah, I'll put it in A for you. I don't disagree. I think Moe's is good. Noodles and Company, I've eaten there one time, and I was weirdly sick that day, so I could not give it a fair chance. Like, I ate it, and all of a sudden I was just like, I just didn't feel right. Not attributing it to the restaurant at all. But
you were strangely, weirdly sick?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know if everyone just has these days. I don't get sick often at all, like at all. Last time I was sick was like 2019, but
either.
But like there was this one, like I was fine like later that day. So I was with my girlfriend at her house. We went to go get lunch at Noodles and Company because I've heard so many good things. And we got dinner, or was it lunch? I think we got lunch. We got lunch, and then I ate, and then I went back to her house, and like we were like laying down on the couch, like watching a show, and like I couldn't like lay certain way, like my stomach just like felt weird. It was really strange. And then like a few hours later, like I was fine. Like it was just really weird. It was a weird day. But anyway, I don't really know where to rank it. I don't. I couldn't really give it a fair shot. I've heard good things though. Like I know a lot of people love noodles, but
I don't think I've ever eaten there. So let's just leave it out.
Yeah.
Panda Express is going to go into like the C tier for me.
Dude, I just don't eat Panda. Like the idea of eating like fast food Chinese when I can like get like, you know, like
real
legit,
Chinese.
Like legit Chinese food. Why the hell would I eat a Panda Express? I think that's an unpopular opinion because I feel like a lot of people really like Panda Express. But
I actually like what I like about Panda Express is they're one of the only places that serves black pepper chicken. And the black pepper chicken they serve is like ridiculously good for some reason. It's like the only thing that's actually good there.
C or B?
So, C.
That's fair. I'm actually a Panera. I'm gonna go on a tangent for a moment. Panera Bread is probably the most overrated food establishment to ever step foot on this earth. It's overpriced. It is glorified hospital cafeteria food, and it is bad. That is my take.
Intriguing take. I can be a fan. I cannot be a fan. It's kind of hard to like dislike Panda Express since there's so many options there. And honestly, their soups are pretty fire.
Their soup, okay, yeah. I don't hate all their food. I'm not saying that. Their food tastes fine. I just think it's really expensive, and their menu doesn't have a lot of selections.
It's definitely very, very like overpriced.
Oh
like,
yeah,
for their like establishment and the level of it, it's overpriced.
The thing that I don't like about Panera, sorry to cut you off. The only thing I like on their menu is the broccoli cheddar soup. Besides that, the problem I have with Panera is every time I go, I never find like a sandwich or something like that. Like I really enjoy that makes me want to go back to Panera. Like every time I go, I'm always like, I guess I'll try that. I'm like, yeah, that was okay. Like I never get anything that makes me go like, definitely getting that again. Besides soup.
I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
I think I'll go with Panera as like a C or a D.
Yeah, I agree.
We're kind of down a little bit on it there.
I think it's a C. All right, we got the Papa up next. Papa John's. I think Papa's really good. I think Papa's strong A for me.
I'm gonna go with Papa as a C. So I guess we can go with it as a B because I don't think anything holds a candle to Domino's. So I'm automatically gonna rank those. Like,
that's fair.
2 or 3 spots down.
Domino's is gas. It's so
Domino's
good.
Is elite.
I think that Papa John's has really good like pizza, but their crust is terrible. That's my take.
I like Domino's crust. Domino's crust is puffy. It tastes good. It's doughy.
They season it really well.
It is easy, and the cheesy bread from Domino's is the best.
It's really good. What the hell is PDQ? What is this?
Oh, you're missing out. So PDQ is, and I'm not. I don't know if it's. I think it's a regional thing, which is why I would guess.
Because I've never heard of it in my life.
Why I would guess you've never heard of it, since I've seen it in places. I've seen it in Nashville. There's 3 that are within like 15 miles of my house. I live in South Florida, so there's 3 that are like within 15 miles of my house. PDQ is a version of Chick-fil-A. It offers a couple more like foodie options, but the basics are the same: chicken sandwiches, buffalo chicken sandwiches, different kinds of sandwiches, waffle fries, shakes. It's your budget version of budget version of Chick-fil-A, which is why there's a giant freaking chicken on top of it.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna put PDQ solidly in the A or B tier.
I'll leave it up to you. I'll put it in A.
I like A.
I'm actually at Penn Station, which belongs in the best tier.
I'm with it.
For me. Penn Station, Philly cheesesteak and fries, it's just straight fire every time.
I'm with it. Only and the last time I had Penn Station was in I think there's one in Reading Terminal in Philly. And I think that was the last time I've had Penn Station.
Penn Station's good, man.
But let me start by saying no place that's outside Philly will actually make you a legitimate cheesesteak.
Trust that
I'm telling you this because I am from Philly.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Which is where my Eagles fandom comes from.
If I go to Philadelphia, what's the restaurant I need to go to get the best cheesesteak in town?
Ooh, it depends. Since there's like 4 or 5 quadrants of Philly, whatever you do, don't go to Pat's or Gino's. Those are the tourist traps. I like John's Roast Pork and Steve's Prince of Steaks and D'Alessandro's. Those are 3 really good places.
Do you believe in the Cheese Whiz? Are you a provolone kind of man?
Nah, I'm a Cheese Whiz man all the way.
Ethan, it's my girlfriend's younger brother. Ethan's a dog. Panda Express is slept on. Ethan, tell me one reason why Panda Express is slept on. I don't eat there. I just don't eat there. Like, my argument against Panda Express, Ethan, is simple. It's like, why would I go to Panda Express and get this like Americanized ass Chinese food when I can actually go to a restaurant owned and operated by Chinese people who make Chinese food and get their Chinese food for like relatively similar price.
When you put it that way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would I want to get a bunch of Chinese food cooked by white people when I can go down the street and get it cooked for people who are from China? Like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. The chicken's busting. I literally haven't had it, dude. I need to try it. I'll try it when I'm home this summer. Up next, we have Pizza Hut. I think Pizza Hut's kind of ass.
Pizza Hut's ass. D.
Yeah, it's a D for me.
I'm surprised we haven't found more things that go into the F tier.
Yeah, we really haven't yet.
I will still stay begging you to amend this list and put Arby's into the F tier where it rightfully belongs.
No, see, I feel like if any of these, I'd put Dairy Queen in an F tier. That's in the D. I don't like Dairy Queen.
I'd be fine with that.
Like, fuck Dairy Queen.
All right, so Popeyes.
Popeyes is the best for me.
Popeyes is legitimate.
Popeyes is good as
legitimate.
Hell. I like their spicy chicken sandwich better than Chick-fil-A's. I do.
Yeah, I like it. It's very good.
I'm changing this to S tier because it's bothering me. There you go. All right. Up next we have Portillo's. Never eaten there.
What is it? What does it say?
I don't know. It says hot dogs, beef burgers, salads.
I don't know.
Beats me. I'm next we have Potbelly. Potbelly is really underrated, honestly. There's one pretty close to my house. I like never eat there, but I have eaten there a few times, and it's really good.
The last time I ate at a Potbelly's, I was in Tallahassee at FSU, and I was hammered out of my mind. So I am not a reliable witness in this state, but
that's fair.
I will tell you it was probably really good.
Potbelly is really good in my opinion.
Potbelly sandwiches.
Ethan says that Pizza Hut's better than Little Caesars. I agree with that, Ethan, but they belong in the same tier of badness.
They're both legitimate.
You have to take price into account too. Little Caesars, I think it's a whole large pie for $6. Pizza Hut's still probably around 10, and they're okay. They're both pretty okay. So I think that they belong in the same tier. Yeah. Next we have Potbelly's. I think it belongs in B or A. I think Potbelly is really good.
I'll go B. Let's go B.
That's fine. Up next we have Qdoba. I've eaten there a good amount over the years. It's pretty good. I think it's B or A.
I'm all right. I'm okay with it. I haven't eaten at Qdoba in so long, so I am probably gonna cede to your opinion on this one.
I'll put it in B. Can we talk about how ass that logo is though for a second? Like what?
Yeah, what's wrong with that logo? That can't be the logo they've had forever.
Let me Google Qdoba's logo.
That can't be the logo they've had forever because I'm sure it used to be.
Oh no, that's definitely different. I know what their old one looked like. It's not like that. That is their logo. What the hell is that? That logo is terrible. Anyway, back to the list. We have Quiznos up next. I haven't eaten at a Quiznos maybe in my entire life. If I did, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the last time I ate Quiznos was in college, and so for that reason, I'm out. So.
What about Roy Rogers? What is that?
I've never even heard of it.
Neither have I. Up next is Sbarro. Sbarro is a pretty solid, mall pizza joint. I think it's
I'm good with Sbarro. I'm good with Sbarro in like a C range.
I think it's a strong C because like I'd rather have Papa John's for sure, but I like Sbarro. Up next is Schlotzsky's.
All right, so I had never eaten in Schlotzsky's, but and we were in Dallas. My dad told me that he had a very bad experience there once, so he will never eat there again. And for that reason, F tier.
Fair.
Never eaten there before.
Up next is Shake Shack. I've had the opportunity to eat there one time, but the line was out the freaking door.
A tier.
A? Got you.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard really good things.
Very good.
Up next is Sheetz. Never eaten at a Sheetz, but I know a lot of people like it.
My boy Chris Infante, who is a big Eagles fan, is going to hate this, but Sheetz is not better than Wawa, and whoever thinks Sheetz is better than Wawa needs to have their brain examined, so Sheetz can go anywhere below C for me. It does not matter.
I'll throw in
Sheetz food is like inedible.
Let me crack my knuckles real quick for you. This is my Cincinnati specialty. Skyline chili. Okay. Have you had Skyline?
Seems like more of like a big city Midwest. Like I imagine it's like a Chicago type style of food.
It's a Cincinnati thing, in case you didn't know that. But it's very niche. Hold on. Ethan said, "My friend thinks Little Caesars is better than Domino's. He's tripping." What the hell?
Your friend needs
Your
like a
friend is
reality
dumb. Skyline S tier. Ethan also is from Cincinnati.
check. Okay.
Skyline is damn good. It's really good. Here's the thing with Skyline. So, like, if you're born and raised around the area and you have a Skyline growing up, it's gas. If you're not from the area, it's very hit or miss. You either really like it or you hate it. You think it's terrible. So you need to give it a try at some point in your life. The cheese is the best part, honestly. It's really, really good.
I would
Skyline's
hope.
really good.
I would
Skyline.
hope that I would hope that I'm go. Are you going to the expo in August?
Dude, I don't. Okay, so here's the thing about the expo, real quick. I really want to go, but here's the thing. First of all, I'm 20 years old, so I'm broke. Second of all, it's like right before I go back to school, and I don't really know if I can like feasibly go during those days yet, as far as like moving back into school. And then third
Right.
of all, I think it'd be kind of weird if I just like went by myself, and I don't know who I would bring with me.
I think I'm going by myself. I don't know any. The only person I know who lives in South Florida, Jordan Vanek lives in South Florida. Troy King lives down in this area too, but I imagine I would meet him there. I'm just going by. I think I'm just gonna go show up by myself, find some of the guys from like 14 personnel and meet up with them. I know a few of them are going, but
Yeah, I mean, like I really want to go because I feel like it'll be super fun. But
it has to be super fun. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
imagine a
it's
lot
gotta
of
be
people are
fun.
going to show up by themselves because we're all over the country and all over. Some of us are all over the globe at this point. But I
Yeah.
imagine most of the people live in country. Like those
Yeah,
would be
no,
the ones
like
who
that's
go.
what like here's put it simply, like I really want to go. I've never been to the Hall of Fame, even though I live in Ohio.
Mhm.
So I need to go, but I just haven't yet. Ethan saying that the Subway steak sandwich is goated. Ethan, that's pretty true. I just had that last weekend at Subway. It was really good. We'll get to Subway soon. Anyway, back to
Anyways, the reason I brought up the expo
Yeah.
is because maybe I'll get to have Skyline while I'm
You probably
in
will.
Canton. So
You
I'm
probably
sure
will.
I'm sure there's one around there somewhere. So
There's gotta be.
anyways, my little aside.
Yeah, but Skyline's really good. One of my favorite things about Skylines when you go and sit down, they have like oyster crackers that are like
Mhm.
only at Skyline, and they have them like in little bowls for you, and they have like really good hot sauce there. It's a vinegar-based hot sauce, kind of like Tabasco, if you like that. I don't know, but the hot sauce on the oyster crackers is so good. And then you order your shit, and it's awesome. But I don't know if it's S. It's
Mhm.
S or it's a strong A though. I think it's a strong A. Really good. I just don't know if it's S tier. Really good though. Next is Sonic. Sonic is a strong C for me.
I
like
haven't had Sonic enough to form an opinion. The one thing I remember is their shakes are pretty good, and the whole coming out on roller skates. I don't know if they still do that. The whole roller skates thing out to your car.
They do.
I think that's kind of interesting. What if you saw someone bust their ass while doing that? That's gotta be
Bro,
hilarious.
oh my god, hang on one second. There's a viral video of that happening, and it's the funniest shit you'll ever see in your life. One second. I've said this to like everyone I show this video to. Like if this happened to me, I would quit on the spot. Yeah.
Dude, that would have to be so embarrassing because you know if it gets recorded, it's going viral.
Oh, bro, this is the worst thing you'll see in your life. Hang on one second. Let me stop this real quick. Share screen. Dude, my laptop sounds like it's about to take off a runway.
Oh, when I'm streaming when I'm on the road, it always feels like that.
Okay, here we go. This is the worst video ever, but it's the best. Let me rewind that. Hang on.
It's on TikTok. You gotta start it over again.
Let me put it in slow mo. This is like the worst.
Slow mo. Put it like 0.5.
I did. This is like it's like the worst. Look at this. Oh my god. Look at that, man.
I hate laughing at people's misfortune, but man,
it's so because like the fall looks so painful, and he spills all the food all over himself.
He fell directly on his ass cheek.
Oh my
that's
god,
gotta be so painful.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
if that was me, I would just like not show my face. I would quit on the spot.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. Like that's what I was saying. I said if that happened to me, I would be gone.
I would be deceased.
Yeah, I'd be gone. immediately out of town. Steak and Shake is a strong B.
Steak and Shake's a strong B because if you've ever been to a Steak and Shake, the service is abysmal because you're always there at like 2, 3 a.m.
Oh yeah,
but the food for 2, 3 a.m. is so good.
dude, I don't know what it is about Steak and Shakes. The food is always great, but the service is terrible. Every time. The service is the worst.
They
but
also
the food is really good.
They also have the seasoning. They also have the seasoning for the fries they leave on the table.
Oh yeah,
that's
good shit.
So gas.
Good shit. It's also super cheap, like really, really cheap. So cheap.
Yeah,
I actually had
like
Steak and Shake 2 days ago. Me and my buddies went to a really spontaneous, like the day before. We were like, yeah. My buddy texted me. He was like, hey, you want to go to the Bulls game in Indianapolis? And I was like, sure, because he's a Bulls fan. Mm-hmm. He picked me up. We got $9 seats in the nosebleeds. He drove to Indianapolis. We went to Bulls Pacers game the other day. It was pretty fun.
Dude, I have been wanting to go back to like a sports game. So I'm trying to.
It was weird. Like, it was real, dude. The fake crowd noise is weird. It's weird.
What I want to do is go to a Panthers game. I remember back when you remember last year when during like the NBA playoffs they like Michelob Ultra would they like sponsored like you would go on like a Microsoft Teams meeting and you would show up like in the seats but you weren't really there. I write for 4th and John, and one of their sponsors used to be Michelob Ultra, and so they hooked us up with like 10 seats like for every single game.
Oh really?
When we played, I forget who it was, but yeah, there's a couple of videos where you can like catch me on TV and.
You're in the seats. That's actually really
cool. It was awesome. Like I'm sitting here like looking at this screen and the Microsoft Teams is right here. And you can just see me. I was looking on the TV, and you can just see me on the TV there. It was just so awesome. But I really miss like actually going to sports games. Like I got to get myself to a Florida Panthers game ASAP.
Yeah, it was really fun to go to the game. It was awesome. I mean, the seats were literally $9. We were in the nosebleeds, but you could see everything like totally fine. Like the game, it was it was a fun game. Bulls won by like 20 points. It was great. And on the way there, we stopped at Steak and Shake. That's what I was getting at. It was fun. Anyway, up next we have what do we got? Subway. Okay, here's the thing. I used to eat Subway pretty decently frequently when I was younger, and then there was the meatball incident of Christmas Eve 2000 something where I got a meatball sandwich and it was bad. I puked in the backseat of my car on the way to my grandma's house for Christmas Eve. Terrible. Ruined Subway for me for a long time. But recently I've been going back to Subway because I go to Walmart near my college to go sports card hunting all the time, and they have a Subway in Walmart. And it sounds like a terrible idea to eat at the Subway in Walmart, and it probably is, but it's really good. The steak subs do hit different, Ethan. My usual order is the cold cut combo, but I do really like it. Yeah,
I like Subway. I like Subway personally. Not as much as I used to. I tried to like wean myself off it because I was eating it so much and it's so unhealthy for you. But like there was I get into really bad patterns sometimes when I'm on the road. Like I'll just eat this. Like this trip it was Jason's Deli. And I love Jason's Deli because it tends to be healthy.
Jason's Deli opened like right near my house, and it was like they opened literally like right before Corona hit, and they went out of business like within a year.
Oh,
tough.
See, Jason's Deli is elite because the salad bar is like the best thing ever there.
I don't eat salad though.
What?
I don't like salad that much.
You gotta love that. But the free soft serve ice cream after is always.
Oh man, I work at a soft serve ice cream shop. I love going to free soft serve ice cream places because I look like a god making cones for people. It's hilarious. Anyway,
I can imagine.
I think Subway's a B for me.
I'm gonna say C, so we can put it at like high C.
I'll put it C. That's fine. Swenson's never eaten there.
Never eaten there.
Taco Bell is S. Don't care.
A.
Strong A. Fine. Deal. Taco Bell is great. I love it. Super cheap. Terrible for me. Gonna make me die. A young man.
Painful death. But
a young, painful, delicious, obese death.
And you'll also have to replace the toilet a few times.
It's fine. It's a price I'm willing to play. Up next, we have Taco Cabana. Never eaten there.
Never eaten there.
Up next, we have Torchy's Tacos. Never eaten
there.
Up next, we have Waffle House. Waffle House is S or A for me.
All right. So the thing with Waffle House, it is the best hangover food in the world.
That's
but
fair.
I always hate myself after eating it.
I don't. I am sober as hell, and I love every minute of it.
A.
Agreed. Up next, we have Wawa.
S.
Never eaten there in my life, but all right. I believe you.
Here's the thing with Wawa.
Wait, let me ask a question. So I know Wawa is a gas station, correct?
Yes, correct.
Why is the food so good?
All right, so
is it like actually prepared, or is it like if I walk into my Speedway and they have like weenies on a fucking roller?
No, it's legitimately prepared. It's like, you go, it's been updated now. Back then they had someone taking orders, and like back when I lived in New Jersey, they would have someone taking orders at the counter. They would take whatever you want, and you would go. They also have cold food there as well, like refrigeratable stuff. But with Wawa nowadays, they have like the screens. You can order off of them. You can do it. They have burgers. They have soups. They have hoagies. They have cheesesteaks. They have.
So they have like everything.
Really everything. They have. They
have an actual kitchen.
Yes, it's not a kitchen. They make it right in front of you. And the reason it's S tier is just because of the sheer convenience of it, and the fact that like it's actually like quite decent food, and the snack selection is like out of this world.
So you could go pump some gas on a road trip and go inside and get like some good burgers.
Exactly, except unless you're in New Jersey, you have to stay in your car while they pump the gas for you.
That's even better though. You can get out of your car and go get the food.
Exactly.
Ethan must have done some research here because he says Taco Cabana looks so good. So I don't know. Take that with as you will. Up next we have Wendy's. Wendy's is fantastic in my opinion. I think it's S or A.
I'll go with A.
That's fair. I like Wendy's a lot. I think pound for pound it might be better than McDonald's, like burger wise.
I don't think so. Actually,
really like
burgers, yes.
Burgers, yes. I agree with that. Fries and everything else, I don't know.
McDonald's still is the best fries. I'm not a huge fan of Whataburger personally.
I've had them a couple times. Don't really remember it that much. I remember it being solid, but not amazing. C or B?
Back end C.
C. Excellent. White Castle is B or A for me. Not gonna lie.
I like it. I'm with it.
It's a strong B. Oops, okay. Strong B for me. I really like White Castle. Wiener Schnitzel. Never had it. How do you feel about it?
Never had it.
Okay, that's fair. All right, up next we have Wings. The hell's that? Wings Over? What is that place?
I couldn't tell you.
Up next, Wingstop is S.
Wingstop is, dude. I used to eat Wingstop. See, Wingstop was one of those places in college that I like ate every day because there was one
so good,
literally in walking distance from my apartment.
I'm putting it in.
And
continue. You don't agree?
I was gonna go more towards the B tier.
Dude, I love Wingstop. I think it's the best.
Their fries are really good.
The fries and the ranch are fantastic. I think their wings are better than B-Dubs.
I'm not a huge fan of surprised I'm not a huge fan of B-Dubs wings. There's a sports bar down here called Brews Room. Mm-hmm. I think it's only in Florida personally. It is gas. It's really
better. It's like the best wing. So it's like for me, like Wingstop is the best because that's the best wings I can really get around here.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's the best. Ethan says that Wings Over doesn't look great. Don't know what it is, so it's okay. And then I think we have one more down here, and it's Zaxby's.
Zaxby's.
Never had it.
D.
Not D? Great. All right.
Not great.
All right, let me take a screenshot of this here. This is our official fast food tier list. I feel proud about this.
We put a lot of work into this.
We did. We really thought it out. We made thoughtful projections and decisions. I'm a fan. I'll tweet this out after we're done. But anyway, let's talk some football, shall we? I mean, that's kind of what we do for the most part. Let me stop sharing this screen here. Come on, close the tab. There we go. Put this sweet overlay back on.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Matty Big Chest. He killed it with these designs. I'm a big fan.
These are great. They look great. I'm gonna hit Matty up for some of mine.
He's awesome. So like he made me my little like let me put it on the screen real quick. He made me this little like Hook logo. and this little like Sawhook Sitdown logo one day, and then he just like made all the rest of this shit that's like, in my opinion, like a lot better than the first things for free. I paid him like $20 for the logo, and I was like, sweet. And like I was pretty happy with like that little hook logo there. I think it looks pretty nice. But then he did all this. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. Thank you. He did it for free, which is awesome. Shout out that guy.
So let's talk some football. You want to talk fantasy or you want to talk real football? What do you?
I usually like doing a little bit of both. Like I like to have it a bit of like I usually like to, like, for my analysis, I like to do a bit of like a hybrid thing. Like for like when I talk about rookies a lot of the time, I do like for like my projections, I do a lot more of like real life, like who I think is gonna be good, and then I kind of go from there. Like,
right, well,
like that. I don't know.
We got the draft coming up. You're a Steelers fan. What do you think the Steelers are gonna do? And now I'm the host.
Najee Harris. Please, God.
I did figure that was gonna go. I mean, to me, and I said this earlier, and I'm not sure who I said it to, but I think
Ethan, take this L right now.
Nah, it's not an L at all. Ethan, do not take that L. Okay. You are a smart person. You deserve everything.
No, I'm just joking. I love Devontae Smith.
My wide receiver one. You know, everyone's been giving me shit for months ever since I said I'm not a huge Jamar Chase fan at that, ranking. And
do you have him your wide receiver 2, or are you in the pack that has him below wide receiver 2?
I have him at 3. I think Bateman. So here, I'm not thinking too hard. I spent a lot of time doing this, and I'm not doing it just for clicks.
Oh, I know you're not. I'm never the guy. I'm never the guy who thinks people do it.
Bateman is the safest prospect in this class.
You think so?
What?
You think he's the safest?
Oh yeah, dude. He's got the highest floor in this draft.
I think Smith has the highest floor personally. If he doesn't get injured, if he stays healthy, he definitely has the highest floor. He's extremely polished and pro ready, in my opinion.
See, and the only reason I say Bateman has a higher floor is because I think Bateman's going to go farther down enough. Now, this all goes out the window if he goes to the Bears at 20. If he does that, every single bet in the draft is off, and he probably becomes like wide receiver at 8.
I like him on the Bears personally. I think that's nice. Not with the quarterback play. I mean, it's dynasty we're talking here. So like 2 or 3 years from now, the Bears will have a different quarterback. It's not going to be Andy Dalton.
The Bears will have a different quarterback next year.
They'll get somebody.
Right. But
the biggest thing I've learned this past year, like really playing fantasy, is for dynasty. It's more about talent than opportunity now, especially for wide receivers. I mean, I faded AJ Brown at first. That was a dumb mistake. I faded DeAndre Swift. That was a dumb mistake. What am I doing? So like that's what I'm saying. Like I need to pay attention to the talent instead of the opportunity.
I just acquired my first DeAndre Swift share last night.
Good job.
You remember Dynasty Jacobians, right?
Yes.
So I am in a new startup with him. We just did the draft like literally yesterday, and he and I spent 5 hours talking about this trade, and I finally sent him, and I talked him down. First, we're playing in a 2 tight end league, tight end premium 1.5, and he wanted Tyler Higbee, he wanted a 22 first, and he wanted Antonio Gibson.
Oh hell no!
For Swift.
Hell no.
What I eventually talked him down to, and it's still an overpay. I got absolutely dragged on Twitter for it. I think I lost the poll 82 to 18%.
God.
And they talked about it on their podcast that they recorded today. But I ended up trading Gibson and the 22 first for Swift and a 23 second. It was the absolute best I could do for it.
Look, I don't hate it because the 22 first isn't going to be that good. I'm a big Antonio Gibson fan.
I am too. Here's the thing. It's dispersals. I'm trying to diversify a little bit. I have no Swift shares. I just acquired my 5th share of Gibson like 2 hours ago.
I have a lot of shares of Gibson. I think I'm in 4 dynasty leagues. I have 3 of Gibson, and I want a 4th, but the owner won't. The owner or the manager of Gibson in that league is my good friend Dallas on Twitter, and he knows how much I like him, so he's just not giving it to me.
Like the thing with Gibson is he's always there when I'm picking in the 3rd round, and I've had the 4th pick in so many startups. So it's always
good startup value.
It's 304. Like, am I not going to take Gibson right there? He's going to be my RB1 for years.
He's my dynasty RB7 currently.
So here's the thing. Jacobians has Swift like super high. Like I think he said he had him at like 6, and he did, and he
I
had
also
Gibson
have Swift at 6.
Yeah, so and I have Swift at 7, but I had Gibson a lot closer than he did. So I pushed back. He would push. He would say I'm not budging, and then an hour later he said, "Okay, I'll move down. I'll move down to this." I eventually got him to add on, and it was a bitch to even get him to add the 23 second, which it's 2023. It's not going to happen for 2 more years.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a rookie draft. We drafted rookies, so. I'm set. I got Swift and Miles Sanders in that league. I'm thrilled with that.
Dude, I don't know why. Miles Sanders feels gross right now. I don't know why.
He doesn't feel gross. He's going to be better with Jalen Hurts than he was with Wentz.
Why?
Jalen's going to open up the offense a little more. I think the scheme is going to help as well.
But he'll take some rushing yards away.
Yeah, that's always an issue. But we've seen it. We've seen it in Baltimore. If the offense is tethered around a running game a little bit more,
true.
And there's every sign that this offense is going to look a lot like the Colts offense has for the last couple of years, which has been a huge rushing attack augmented by a more play action type of offense. The Eagles were super pass heavy. I think they passed on like 65% last year. It was
1 second. Ethan's been spamming the chat with both Bears things. We need to acknowledge him for a moment.
Oh, he wants a Bear. He's doing a Bears mock draft in the comments.
He's a big Bears fan.
Okay.
So a little while ago, he said, "What do you think the Bears' record's going to be?" I think 17 games. I think they're going to be 6-11, somewhere in there. 6-11, 7-10, somewhere in that range. Yeah, it feels gross.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Ethan says 17-0. So, I mean, they had the MVP, Mitch Trubisky, and they couldn't do anything with him. So, this is his Bears mock draft. In the first round, he wants Darisaw. I don't know who that is.
Christian Darisaw. He's an offensive tackle from Virginia Tech. Some people are saying he's like the best tackle prospect in this draft, like ceiling wise.
Really?
Obviously, Sewell is.
And Slater.
Well, Slater's more of a guard. He's not really a tackle. He's a little alligator armed and he's a little shorter. But
that's fair.
Yeah, but Darisaw is really good. Like I think he's my OT3.
Yeah, that's a good pick. He wants Kellen Mond in round 2.
That's intriguing. I think that's a bit of a reach for Mond.
He likes Mond a lot for some reason.
Okay.
He really likes him. I would rather have them get Kyle Trask personally, but round 3 he wants a cornerback. Okay. Round 4 he wants Josh, that guy.
And Mater Bahibi, literally one of my favorite names to say.
You Mater Bahibi? That's a fun name.
I was laughing with someone on Twitter about because it's the funnest name in the draft to pronounce. He's got to be good at the next level. So
he's got to be good. He's got to be.
Got to be good.
He's got to be good. I don't know if he likes him just because of that name, because he does that sometimes. But I don't know. 5th round, 6th round, 10th round, he has no clue. And then so that's our Ethan segment for the moment. But anyway, I think the Eagles offense is gonna be really fun next year. I mean, you're an Eagle fan. I like Jalen Hurts a lot next year for dynasty purposes. I'm in on Jalen Hurts just for this reason, because I am buying him right now. I bought him for 2 mid-seconds in a super flex.
Wow.
Ago. It was great. I think it was like 204. I think it was like the 204 and like the 207.
I can't believe you got that.
It was a great deal for me.
That's a sickening price.
It was a really good price. But here's what my move with Jalen Hurts is likely. I'm probably gonna play him this season and then trade him next offseason. Probably what I'm gonna do. Because I feel like I don't know. Well, if he balls out a lot, then I'll probably hold him. But I don't know. I think he could be a nice little short-term flipperooski for dynasty. You could get premium quarterback value for him after this season, I think.
What I really recommend doing with Hurts, and this is strictly for dynasty, if you have him, flip him as soon as you can. Like in season, if you can. He's gonna he's going to put up a 35, 40-point game somewhere in this season just because they're going to go down a shit ton. He's going to have to run. He's going to have to run for like 100 yards.
I mean, we already saw it against that in the Arizona game. They went
the Arizona.
Kyler Murray.
Like he can do it. That's what I'm saying. He can ball out.
That's the reason I'm in on him. It's like I've seen him do it. Like he might be inconsistent next year. He might not have the best TD interception ratio. Might not have the best QBR. But guess what? Fantasy football, none of that shit
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Konami QB, baby. Konami QB.
Oh yeah. Ethan's coming in with a hot take. Andy Dalton greater than Big Ben. Ethan, that is wrong, and you know it. Anyway, I'm not a Big Ben fan or anything anymore. I wanted him to retire. I wanted Ben to retire, not gonna lie. But
I needed a starting quarterback. I drafted Andy Dalton in a league.
Ew.
He's my fourth quarterback.
Okay, that's fair. You also probably could trade him to somebody at some point, maybe for like a second.
If he does something, you can flip him for I'd flip him for a third and be happy for it. Honestly,
that's true. One of my favorite things I did this offseason so far is I got Ryan Fitzpatrick in a throw-in for a trade. That's working out pretty well.
I like that.
Yeah, it worked out nicely.
I like that.
I like it too. But yeah, I'm really excited for the NFL draft. It's going to be a really fun one, I think. If you're the 49ers at 3, who are you taking at quarterback?
Fields.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know if they're gonna.
They're gonna take Mac Jones. I don't actually think they're gonna take Mac Jones. It would be such a waste.
They traded 3 first-round picks for Mac Jones.
Doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like a move Kyle Shanahan signs off on.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be
the rumors around the league have been saying that Kyle Shanahan is the Mac Jones lover.
I don't buy it.
I don't know if I do either.
I think this is just another very clever, mind game being played, and they're gonna take Fields like they should. NFL teams are smart. They know leaking information can obviously influence other picks. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't shock me at all if they go in another direction.
I strongly believe that the picks 1 through 4 are going to be quarterbacks. So much so that I bet on Twitter that I will eat blazing wings from beat-ups.
I saw that.
I already bet a while ago, like a few months ago, that if the Eagles drafted a quarterback at 6, that I would eat blazing wings.
I also saw that.
Because
you had to amend that when they traded down to 12.
Yeah, that's why I traded to the quarterback thing, because it's not going to happen. They're not going to draft a quarterback at 12. They shouldn't have drafted a quarterback. I've been in camp, give Jalen Hurts weapons since day one. Literally, this is kind of shade to Matt McCoy, but not really. I love Matt McCoy. This is not shade at him at all. I love him. He's my favorite person ever. He is the first person that put me on a fantasy show ever. I love Matt McCoy, but I do not agree with his take about Jalen Hurts in the quarterback situation. He was in camp if a guy's good enough there at 6 to take him. The only quarterback I would want. I know.
I was in that Twitter conversation with you. Remember?
Oh, it was you. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. We spent like a whole day going back and forth. The three of us going over that.
I don't get it.
You know what? I really did come around to Matt's side at the end. And again, my own shout out to Matt. Matt's great. But the point that he made that swung me is that this is a true generational quarterback class. The top 5 guys are all right. Top 4 guys. Mac Jones is not a franchise quarterback. Somebody's going to think he is.
I really like
not. Someone's going to think he's the next Tom Brady. He's not the next Tom Brady.
Yeah, he has a lot of the winning intangibles, but I do like his film a lot. I think he's pretty good.
So passing over that. This is a class, and the next two classes aren't great. I'm not sure about 20.
I've heard the 22.
I'm not sure about 23. I'm not sure about 23. I'll have to talk to some of my guys that are in Debbie and campus.
I've heard the 22 QB class is pretty solid.
It's Spencer Howell from UNC.
Yeah.
It's Rattler from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
It's Keaton Slovis from USC, and I guess JT Daniels over at Georgia. So and Desmond Ritter. I'm not sure if Desmond Ritter is next year. I
think he is next year.
But Ritter's one of those Ritter's like a Jalen Hurts type of guy.
Yeah,
he's on the smaller side and he'll run all the way.
Ethan, 1 second. I need the audio real quick.
We gotta.
Ethan, listen.
Do something about this.
Ethan, listen. Love you. But Zach Wilson's not QB1. All right.
He is QB. He is QB3 though.
He's QB3. I really like Zach Wilson. I'm in camp Zach Wilson. Not gonna lie, I like him a lot. I think he has the highest ceiling of any prospect in this class as far as raw talent.
Agreed.
He could be absolutely incredible. He could be the Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes-y kind of quarterback that is dominant.
Agreed.
But he also could bust his ass off in the NFL. So it's kind of scary. Really,
it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if he busted.
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me either. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm also I'm starting to get scared about Trey Lance.
Really? Why are you getting scared about Trey Lance?
The competition concerns me. He doesn't have to look past his first read very often at all. He's just kind of antsy with his legs. I mean, he's an incredible rusher. I think his ceiling is Josh Allen.
I like that.
His ceiling is Josh Allen. He has the similar-ish Cam Newton-y, Josh Allen-y kind of quarterback. I personally don't like those kind of prospects coming out just because the potential is so there, but it's a lot of rawness. And I think if he lands in the incorrect place, it could be really bad. If he lands in San Francisco, I'm in.
Period. I just saw something on Twitter. I'm scrolling through Twitter. And shout out to Zach Freed at Fantasy15. He just tweeted that Justin Fields played high level baseball, and that actually has a history of producing very high quarterback play. If you look back, there's a bunch of guys. We don't have to gloss over Kyler Murray. We all know he was drafted like 9th overall by the Athletics.
Mahomes, Tom Brady,
John
Elway.
They all played high level baseball. They were all drafted.
Wilson.
So that just makes me even more in on Fields. I've been in on Fields. I'm not sure.
Are you one of the weirdos in the Fields QB1 camp?
No, I am not. And shout out to Christian Williams, but
yeah, that guy reps Fields harder than he does his own children. Probably
he loves it though. You have to respect. You have to respect him sticking up for his guy. He's not QB1. It's very clearly Trevor.
He's really good, but he's not QB1.
But I will say that Fields is not. Fields is a lot closer to QB1 than he is to QB3.
For me, it actually is kind of close between Wilson and Fields. Not gonna lie, I just fell in love with Wilson on tape because Ethan. I thought he's lying because his actual rank's right here and he has Mond at 6. But he trolls like that all the time. But he does really like Kellen Mond for some reason. He's always had a weird fascination about him. Like every once in a while he texts me and he's like, Bear's gonna get Kellen Mond, he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. I'm like, okay. It's possible. But like I said though, like Zach Wilson and Fields are close to me. This is the knock that everyone has on Justin Fields, and I don't agree with it necessarily that he can't read a field. I don't think that's true. I mean, if you look at the stats, he has the best percentage completion after making your first read in NCAA, or of the top quarterbacks in the class. He's a really good quarterback. Nothing against Fields at all. But there was this one play that I saw on Twitter earlier today that I remember I watched live. It stuck out to me, and it always just stays in the back of my head and lingers. It was during the college football playoffs, and it was in the first round, I'm pretty sure. And I think it might have been against Clemson. I forget. And there was this play. He threw it for a touchdown, but he had a player right across the middle of the field that was wide open. Granted, he didn't have his head turned yet. I noticed that in the film today I saw on Twitter. He didn't have his head turned yet, but he was wide, booty butt naked, wide open in the middle of the field for a touchdown in the end zone. Wide open. He doesn't throw him the ball. Instead, he throws the ball to a guy who's in really contested coverage. He throws it right on the money. It's for a touchdown. But I remember I watched that play live, and I was like, dude, that's a bad read. Not going to lie, he made a great throw, and it was a touchdown. And at the end of the day, touchdowns are touchdowns. But it was a 50-50 ball, and he had a guy that was wide open. And that's always just like lingered in the back of my mind for some reason. I don't know why I'm sticking on this so much, and it makes me sound like I'm a Fields hater. I'm absolutely not a Fields hater. I really like Justin Fields. I think he's a stud. He's gonna be a stud. And anyone who says they don't like him because he's from Ohio State is stupid because you don't scout the helmet. But I don't know. That play always stuck in my mind for some reason. It's weird.
Well, those are the type of plays that'll get you killed in the NFL. They're the type of plays that'll lose your job.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
I don't doubt that, but what I'm trying to, I'm trying to think is that Justin Fields is not. I think he's so much closer to Trevor than a lot of people think. So, and I am now the face of the show. Hello, guys. Not sure where Luke went, but I will continue to entertain
I just
you
got off my own show.
As long as I can. Yeah, I was the host for a couple minutes. I was honored. But
what the hell was that? I accidentally clicked out of this. I went to go open a Twitter tab and I accidentally clicked out of this one, I guess. Where is it? I'm trying to find this
back now.
Piece of film. Did Ethan freak out?
No.
Was he scared?
You were gone for 30 seconds.
Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find this video. I don't know if I'll be able to. Oh well. But anyway, it always just like stuck with me for some reason. It's just like it's strange that it did. I think he's gonna be really good. I think he definitely should go above Trey Lance and Mac Jones. And if that doesn't happen, that'd be really stupid. Ethan's playing GeoGuessr and he's terrible at it. That actually would be fun. We should do that with the end of the stream. We should play GeoGuessr. I actually never played it, but I love all the top quarterbacks. Honestly, like I like all of them. Mm-hmm. If my ranks right now is 5-1 is Jones, Lance, Wilson, Fields, Lawrence, which I feel like is pretty common. I feel like that's a pretty normal ranking. Mm-hmm. I like all of them. Jones, I like a lot of his intangibles. I feel like he's just like plays winning football, and I feel like he makes a lot of good decisions, and he's good in the pocket. He doesn't have the greatest arm ever, which limits him obviously, and then Lance has a cannon and he can run like a machine. But I'm concerned about the competition and his ability to make reads. Same with Wilson. Well, not same with Wilson. Wilson has godly tape, but the competition's a little concerning. And I don't know. He has a punchable face, which I don't like. And then Justin Fields, really, really, really good. Really, really good. And then it's like that one like read thing. It just bothers me for some reason. And then Trevor Lawrence is, I don't even have really a knock on Trevor Lawrence. I just think, he's Trevor Lawrence. He's going to be really good.
The only thing I've heard bad about Trevor is that he's like got happy feet. And
yeah, but like that's kind of his play style though. Like if you watch him on film, like he throws off balance.
He shifts. Yeah, he shifts. So, but that's not good. In the NFL, you don't want to do that. You want to
not good. But I feel like it's kind of just like a weird, unique thing that he does.
Work. Yeah, I have so, and I'm being very, very biased.
That's fair.
Mac is 7th for me.
Who's 7th? Sorry,
Mac.
Why?
He's behind Trask and Jamie Newman.
Why?
I don't like Matt Jones.
Why? He has great film. He had a bad pro day.
13 games. Mitch Trubisky had great film.
I know, but like
Mitch Trubisky had amazing film.
I know, but he won the national championship. Like, I mean, he threw for like 5 touchdowns and like he like lit it up in the national championship game. Like he's good.
He had the greatest array of offensive talent that anybody's ever seen in a college.
Joe Burrow did actually. Thank you, sir. No, but
yeah, Joe Burrow wouldn't have even been a top 4 prospect in this year's class. Can you really argue with me on that?
If he didn't have good weapons?
Are you gonna sit here and tell me that Joe Burrow is better than any of the top 4 guys in this class?
Yeah.
Who?
Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow was a prospect in this class, he'd be 2. I'd have him over Fields. Why don't you like Joe Burrow? I don't understand what's wrong.
I like Joe Burrow. I just don't think – I think that the class was extremely weak last year. I don't think – it was a weak class. And
Dude, Herbert and Burrow are dogs.
I think Herbert was much more of a project than anybody thought. Nobody in their right mind thought he was going to come in and win the Rookie of the Year.
No, absolutely not. No, for
nobody
sure.
even thought he was going to start.
I thought he was going to start. I did. I didn't think he was going to be coming as soon as he did. I think he should have, but I don't think he should have come out as soon as he did.
I didn't think he was going to be as good as he was. I thought he was going to be okay. I didn't think
no one did. No one thought he was going to be as good as he was. But, I mean, there's no denying looking back. I mean, Burrow's a good quarterback and Herbert's a good quarterback. I mean, the only thing that concerns me about Burrow is the knee. If the knee didn't exist, I mean, Joe Burrow is a franchise quarterback guaranteed for the next 10, 15 years, in my opinion.
I mean, I just think a lot of what led to Joe Burrow being drafted 1 overall was so much of what he did that season. He wasn't even a 7th round pick before the season. Like, there's a reason for that.
What's wrong with that, though?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't, the similar thing happened with Zach Wilson this year. I don't know. I don't think he had the best deep ball arm, similar to Mac Jones.
I feel like he moves. Okay, you know what I mean?
He moves well, but now that mobility is going to be really hampered. I know all about declining mobility after an ACL injury. Hello, I had Carson Wentz as my QB for 5 years. I don't know. I think Joe Burrow would have been QB3 or QB4 in this class, and that's maybe. I think people would have taken the upside of Lance and Wilson over him. I certainly would take Fields over him.
I would not. I would rather have Joe Burrow over Fields after last season. I wasn't this deep in it. For the record, I was not this deep in analysis. I wasn't watching Joe Burrow.
Neither was I. Neither was I.
But I would definitely just just thinking about it, not trying to call my shot at all. If I had to put Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, and Tua into these draft classes, I probably would have, in order, I'd probably go Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields. Ooh. Zach Wilson or Tua is interesting.
I'd go Wilson.
I'd probably go Wilson just because of Tua's injury. Then Tua. Then
I'm not a Tua believer personally, so
I go back and forth on Tua. He didn't show me anything in his rookie year, which really concerns me. But every once in a while, I'm like, he was still coming back from his injury, kind of. It was a weird situation. I mean, it's weird to be in your rookie year and winning games like they were. They didn't really give him full confidence to be the starter because they had hurt Fitz over his back the whole time. If he sucks for the first few weeks of this season, I'm out. But I'm still kind of in. Because he wasn't atrocious. He just played scared.
Let's see. I would go Trevor. I'd go Fields. I'd go Burrow, Wilson, Lance, Herbert, Tua, and then Mac. But Mac's like the bottom stepchild.
I'd rather. Okay, so I didn't finish. So I had Trevor, Burrow, Fields, Wilson, Tua. See, I didn't really look into Justin Herbert much at all last year. Like, all I heard was people just didn't like him. So I was like, okay, I don't like this guy. I didn't really I wasn't really in the space this time last year at all. I was kind of just like very casual, just like in NFL Twitter, Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I mean, I guess just like thinking about it, I mean, I'd probably have Justin Herbert over Mac Jones because his arm strength's a lot better.
Right.
I like that in quarterback. I like having a guy who can make every throw on the field. And then I'd probably have Trey Lance over Mac Jones again. And then I'd probably have Jalen Hurts below those guys. And that's probably where
Hurts is still above Mac for me as well. I think my dog would be above Mac.
Why do you hate Mac Jones so much?
I don't think he deserves everything he's
Did you watch his film?
I watched this film. I watched every game Alabama played in. I bet on them every single game. That doesn't mean
he played he played a lot better than Tua did last year.
I don't agree with that.
He did.
I also think he had much better weapons.
Did he though? Not really. Tua had Waddle. He had Smith. He had
Judy and Ruggs.
He had Judy. He had Ruggs. That's better weapons, if anything. He didn't have Najee though.
He did have Najee,
but he wasn't as good. Same with Devontae. But you know what I mean.
Devontae was the best receiver on that team last year.
Well, never mind then. But still, proving my point even more then. So he had.
All right, without trying to prove the point, I don't know. I'm skeptical, and I've been
No,
extremely
it's
wrong
fine
before.
that
And
you're
I'm
skeptical.
so
I just
biased.
don't understand why you hate him that much.
I'm so biased of what he did with such overwhelmingly elite
but
talent.
Joe Burrow did too.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow didn't have the same issues that Mac Jones has. Arm strength.
Joe Burrow doesn't have the best arm in the world.
No, and I said that, but he's got a much better arm than Mac Jones does.
He does.
And he can run.
He can run.
He can't run right now, but he can run. Mac Jones is like a statue.
He is like a statue. He has good pocket presence. Though. Like he has a little bit of like Big Ben, like quick feet awareness in the pocket that I like. Like he can get out of there.
I think what's going to happen is I'm going to be proven wrong on Mac Jones. But because I've dug myself this deep of a hole already, I don't think I can call him out.
Yeah, I don't think you can either. You QB7. Like once again, like you're thinking too much. Like literally just stop. I mean, like seriously, like don't get me wrong. There's a possibility he busts, but I think he's arguably the second or third most pro-ready quarterback in the draft.
I'd still go. Yeah, I'd probably go. I don't know.
He's very pro-ready. I mean, he played in Alabama. He's
definitely more pro-ready than Lance is. I'll give him that.
Oh, dude, my mom's more pro-ready than Lance is. Like, he's not pro-ready is the thing. If he goes to a situation where he starts year one, he's done.
Which is why going to Atlanta or Denver is perfect for him.
Atlanta, dude, that's why I bet on the Wings. Atlanta will not be picking at 4.
I don't think so. And if they do pick it 4, it's Kyle Pitts. It's Kyle Pitts if they pick it 4.
Him or Sewell. If a couch GM, can see that it makes the most sense by far for them to trade out of 4, and there's already rumors saying that they're taking calls on 4, they're not picking at 4. They're not. There's no way.
I agree.
Unless they're asking the freaking moon for 4, they're not picking at 4. Some team like Denver or Chicago or Washington or the Patriots are going to trade up to 4 and make a pick at it. It's going to be a quarterback. 100%.
Would not shock me at all. I just think there's better things to do than, relying on Mac Jones, who's just done this for 1 year, as your QB. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't really have a problem very much with the 1 year thing. I don't.
I'm not going to let
Trubisky scare me. I'm not going to let Trubisky scare me. I mean, that's the really only knock I have against Zach Wilson is the competition in the 1 year thing. I like Zach Wilson a lot. I really do. Like, I think the gap between him and Fields isn't that large. I think they're both extremely good. Zach Wilson, the thing I like about him a lot is he just has those shades of Mahomes that I just can't get over. I was really right on Patrick Mahomes a long time ago. So I'm trying to keep following my gut on that. I remember I watched the reason I like Mahomes, I watched an episode of Gruden's QB camp thing, and he had Mahomes on, and they put on his film. There was this one highlight he showed that you can find it on YouTube in one of the compilations on him. There's this one throw he made that just blew my fucking mind. And I was like, yeah, I'm in on this dude. He can sling it. I just love... Like, I'm just a sucker for those gunslinging quarterbacks that can just make every throw and just like make your jaw just hit the floor and also be responsible with the football like decently enough. I just love it, man. I love it so much.
That's the way I felt on Josh Allen when I watched him at like his pro day in 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it took 3 years for anything to come to fruition with him. Like, he looked really bad the first couple of years, but he's really good.
Who?
And Josh Allen. And he throws the ball a freaking mile.
Dude, that's the thing. Is like the thing I like about Zach Wilson so much is like when you watch his film, the thing I like about gunslinging quarterbacks that are good is the thing that sets you apart as being good and being a gunslinger is like, sure, you can sling it in a tight window, but they don't do it. They only do it when it's necessary, and they can do all those different arm angles that are super useful in tight situations. And he's not really a short guy, I don't think. I'm not too familiar with his measurables. But
who, Wilson?
Yeah. I don't know.
He's 6'2".
He's like 6'2". Yeah.
Yeah, he's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, so he's not like the biggest in the world, but he's not small. I just love his film because he just makes so many incredible plays, like scrambling, like out of the pocket, running around. One knock I have seen about him on Twitter recently, which I thought was interesting, was that he runs around too much. And he can't really, he won't be able to have time to do that in the NFL, which I thought was pretty interesting. But I love Mahomes, man. He's not Mahomes. Well, obviously I love Mahomes. I love Zach Wilson film. I really like it.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot too.
I found the video of the Mahomes play that made me fall in love with him. Let me see. Let me pull it up.
Don't leave this time.
I won't. It's here. I think it's the next play. He just slings this ball, it's just crazy. Look at this. On the run, just sidearms it on a
sidearm. Oh my God!
Look at that, man! I saw this video. I was like, "Yeah, there's no way this guy's bad." Look at this. On the run, like at his hip, almost perfect spiral. Like,
I didn't watch much Mahomes film from college. Like back then, obviously, I was barely into this. I wasn't an analyst, but anybody who saw this and decided Mahomes wasn't worth it and wanted to draft Mitch Trubisky and said Ryan Pace is an idiot and deserves to be fired. So
look at that. That is as effortless as it gets, man. Like, that is a beautiful throw. Like, I just saw that and I was just like, yeah, I'm sold.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited for the draft, though.
Favorite time of year.
So good. It's gonna be so good.
Favorite time of year.
The draft starts at 3. I think we all know that Lawrence is going 1 and Wilson's probably going to go 2. Well, not probably. It's almost a lock at this point. Like, everyone in the NFL kind of knows that Wilson's going at 2.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of the thing that makes me feel like I'm not dumb for liking Wilson a lot, because I feel like almost every NFL team likes Wilson more. So like I don't feel dumb for that. But I definitely see why people like Fields more than Wilson. But I personally, he just has so many good tools that I just really, really like his film. I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. But
I'm really interested to see what happens with Trey Lance.
It's gonna depend on where he goes. Hopefully he goes somewhere where he doesn't have to start right away.
I just hope we don't have another like really random QB selection like Jordan Love that just like takes away a prospect for the next like 3 years essentially.
I'm starting to hear he did it again. But anyways, there have been rumors that Davis Mills is going to go.
Dude, what is happening? I just thought this stream again.
There are rumors that Davis Mills is going to go at the end of the first round. Someone like the Buccaneers, maybe, who want to groom a quarterback. Davis Mills, he went to Stanford.
Who the hell is Davis Mills?
Went to Stanford, very pro style, pro ready QB, like prototypical 6'4", 230. He's actually pretty good. I like him. I drafted him at the end of a startup I did, but I don't know. I hope we don't see anything like that. I don't think there's any guys that are really gonna go in that range. That's the range that Mac Jones should go, is at the end of the first round.
Wrong. He'll definitely be gone top 15 in my opinion.
Which is stupid, but
I don't think so. I think he belongs. I think he belongs in like the 10 to 15 range. I think he'll go higher than that. Honestly, I think he'll be gone by pick 10 probably. I'm really interested to see if Kyle Trask sneaks into the end of the first.
I am too. But I think that with Trask, the thing is that he's just immobile as shit. If Trask is going to need to go somewhere to sit for a little while. I love Trask. I'm a huge Gators fan.
I like him.
It's going to depend because he's got a good arm, but he forces things a little too often. He doesn't have amazing field vision. I have him ahead of Mac, but I think that's my Gators homerism.
It definitely is because I think you're on Mel Salt of that. Okay, so last couple of things before we wrap it up. So You're a Florida fan, so I haven't.
I'm an
really
Eagles
watched-
fan. I'm an Eagles fan. I live in Florida.
Well, you said you like Kyle Trask.
Well, Florida Gators. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, bye, Ethan. Stream might be over in 10, but we'll see. But give me the rundown on Kyle Trask. Like, what do you think his pro ceiling is? And I personally, for me, I feel like he'll probably be like a career backup. That's pretty solid, like a Mason Rudolphy kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see.
I think he can be a starter. I think his ceiling is Pro Bowl. I think his ceiling is Pro Bowl. He's not going to be an all-pro guy. He's not going to wow you. And the only way he's going to be an all-pro guy is if he turns into Tom Brady, because he's not mobile. He doesn't run much. He really kind of just stands there. And we've seen that the only guys that can really do that are Big Ben, because he's 260 freaking pounds, or Tom Brady, because he's just Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So the problem, if you don't run, or Drew Brees, because he was Drew Brees and he gets the ball out very quickly. The problem is, if you don't run, you have to learn how to get the ball out quickly. I've seen Trask force his reads too much. Too often he'll just go to Kyle Trask when nobody's open. And that resulted in some very bad pick sixes that I saw last year. But truthfully, he didn't have a ton of weapons there. He had, Kadarius Toney, and he had Kyle Pitts, but that was really it. And I think Trask is being a little undervalued personally. I think he's a definite day 2 pick. Someone's going to take him.
He'll be second round.
Someone's going to take him to try and groom him as their starter. It wouldn't shock me to see the Patriots do it.
Yeah.
They have a history. They like their University of Florida players. They've taken a good deal of them before. They have Cam there, who went to UF at one point.
What do you think, real quick? Last question before we wrap up again. Kadarius Toney. I honestly am not too familiar with Toney. What do you think about him? I feel like people are kind of
the NFL loves him. The fantasy community hates him.
Why?
So his analytics are not good. He didn't break out until his senior year.
The
breakout age.
I'm not much of an analytics man. I'm more of a film
Neither
guy.
am I. I'm a huge film buff. I've always thought that whatever you show on tape is who
you are.
Everything. And the NFL is also, biased towards film more than analytics. So they're starting to go towards more to analytics. But film is the old school style way of doing things. Film is king. So the film of Toney is very good. But the problem is there's not much before last year. I did an article on it, and it's on my laptop. But anyway, I did a little profile on him. He's never had 400 receiving yards in a season before his senior season. It wasn't injuries; it was an issue of him. It didn't click, and it clicked last year. The guy's extremely electric. You can line him up anywhere behind the line of scrimmage. You can line him up in the slot. You can really even line him up out wide, though he's not going to do much for you. He's not going to wow you with contested catches or anything. But he's a burner. I don't think he ran a 40, but he's extremely fast. He's shifty. He's got very good hands. So in my mind, he's going to be a career slot guy that can move the chains, but he's also extremely electric. And a really good comp for him is Percy Harvin for me, who if you remember, he did a ton of his damage behind the line of scrimmage, but could burn you and take it to the house as well. Though Harvin was a little bit bigger. Harvin was bigger.
How tall is Toney? I'm not too familiar with him.
I want to look it up just to see.
Like 5'10"-ish.
.5'11" and weighs 190 pounds.
Okay,
so it's not bad. I mean,
solid size. For me, I don't give a shit about late breakouts. I don't. I think it's always a bonus to break out younger because it shows you might have some more star potential. Mm-hmm. Especially for wide receivers, I don't really think it's luck that all of a sudden you get good. I mean, obviously some touchdowns can fall in your lap, but if you look good on film all of a sudden, I think you put in the work and you just get better. I think as like a running back, you might get a little lucky to get some more touchdowns. It's easier to regress as a running back. As a quarterback, maybe you could have really good weapons one year and really excel. But for a wide receiver, I feel like it's kind of sticky personally. I mean, I don't really think it matters that much. So
I agree, and Florida has a good history of wide receivers lately. Van Jefferson last year.
I like Van Jefferson a lot.
Tyree Cleveland, who went to Denver in the 7th round. I mean, he's had some competition, the last few years. So with Tony, what you're getting is a guy who's extremely electric. He had 3 drops in 4 seasons. He's got very good hands. So the reason the fantasy community is out on him is because his dominator rating sucked and his breakout age was, obviously late as hell. So they don't like him because he's never flashed before this year. And it's the whole 1 year thing all over again. People think he's a 1 year fluke. But he's going to be drafted in the 1st or 2nd round. That alone is going to give him the draft capital.
He'll be a 2nd round guy, I think.
I don't disagree with you, though. Chicago could get jumpy. I've seen him mock there a ton.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and then I think he'd be really intriguing on the Packers. Ooh.
I like that.
I mean, I've been mocking slots. I've been mocking slot guys to the Packers all year.
The Panthers might be interesting too if they wanted more of a Curtis Samuel replacement.
It's intriguing, but he'd have to last to the 2nd round, right? Do they have a 2nd round pick? I don't.
I bet they do.
But
I think he'll be there in like the mid-2nd. I think that the guys that could go over him. I think Elijah Moore will, Rondale Moore will, Terrace Marshall will.
Ooh, where do you stand on Rondale Moore?
I don't really have an opinion, honestly. I'm being honest. I haven't really dug that deep on the 2nd round wide receiver kind of guys yet, like Rondale Moore, Elijah Moore, guys like that. I haven't really dug that much yet. But on the surface, I tend to kind of drift on the shorter burner guys. The really fast short guys haven't done very well recently in the NFL. Like Hollywood Brown. I mean, he's a good NFL wide receiver. He just hasn't really done much. Henry Ruggs hasn't done much. Just like the really fast wide receivers haven't really done shit in a while.
Well, Ruggs was just a bad pick. Ruggs would have been a bad pick anywhere from the 1st to the 3rd round. One of the worst athletic profiles I've ever seen. His production profile sucked.
I think
the only thing that was good. Ruggs
was a 1st round pick, but
the only reason he was drafted that high was the same reason John Ross was drafted that high. They ran the 40 in 4.2 seconds.
No, I understand why he was drafted that high. I'm not saying that was the reason he was I'm saying the reason he was drafted that high is because I feel like he was a good wide receiver, or like as a prospect, he was a good wide receiver. He was for NFL teams. I think he was the wide receiver 3 in that class for a lot of teams. He was my wide receiver 4 behind Justin Jefferson. Coming out, I did like Ruggs. I thought he offered a little bit more than just running the straight line, but the Raiders have used him just as a run in the straight line. I think if they get some more complementary pieces, like I really wanted Juju if he didn't stay to go to the Raiders. I thought that would have been a nice commodity. I think they need a nice pairing to go with Ruggs, but I think he still has some potential. But I gravitate more towards the big body or route running wide receivers in the draft typically.
I agree. I have Tony at 6. I go Smith, Bateman, Chase, Waddle, Marshall, Tony, Elijah Moore, Tylan Wallace, Rondale Moore, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's my top 10.
I really like Amon-Ra.
I just don't think he's got anything that's gonna make him like be a star. Like I see him as like a role. Yeah, I see him as he does everything good. He doesn't do anything great. I think
he's a Deebo Samuel, Laviska Shenault kind of guy.
Interesting. Is he that athletic? I don't know too much about him.
I don't think he's that like shifty, but the thing that really stuck out to him on film was it takes 2 people to bring him down.
Okay. As
a wide receiver. And I think he's not the best route runner. He has really good ball tracking ability and contested catch ability from what I saw. But I think he was like a bowling ball as a wide receiver for some reason in the games I watched. I think he was tough to bring down. I feel like he could be a guy who's like a wide receiver 2 on the outside and can kind of play like a DK Metcalf-ish role with a little bit more less downfield running and more underneath drag routes and stuff to the house kind of thing.
Yeah, I do think there's one guy that, is being mocked a lot in the early second, and I would love if he fell to Philly at 37. I don't think he's going to. I think they're going to have to trade up to get him, is Elijah Moore. He is one of my favorite receivers going into this draft. I think it's, by far, he's so good. He might have the best hands in this draft besides Devonta Smith.
My favorite later guy right now is Austin Watkins.
I like UAB. Austin Watkins.
Like
my boy Chris Malley did a interview with him. He interviewed for 4th and John. Yeah,
I need to watch that.
I will send it to you after this.
Please do. I want to watch that. I really like this film. He is the stereotypically big body X wide receiver I really enjoy to watch, and he looked great on film.
Yeah, the thing with Watkins is he's so good, and he's big too. So, I'm really excited to watch.
What round do you think he goes in? I don't really know.
4 to 6.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
But
he's good. Did he run?
I don't remember, honestly. My buddy Chris will know, and I'll ask him. But with those late guys, it's just so hit or miss. It really depends on where they land.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I'm really excited for the draft. The draft is always my favorite 3 days of the year.
Oh, dude, for sure. He's 6'1.5", 207, 76-inch wingspan, 31-inch arms, 9.5-inch hands. I don't know if he has a 40 time. Is
he really only 6'1"? I thought his sleeper profile says 6'3".
On the Pro Football Network website, it has him listed as 6'1.5". I assume from his pro day measurements.
Okay. But Watkins is really good. Another guy I really like is and this is mine and Steffi's favorite guy is Jalen Darden.
I was about to say I like Jalen Darden too.
He's gonna be so good.
He's good. He's another like 4th-ish rounder.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be extremely good in the pros. Like that guy can take anything to the house. And I just sent that to you. So
sweet. I'll watch it after we go off the air here in a sec.
But yeah, I'm really excited. There's a lot of late round guys. Like this is like last year, there were a lot of guys who were drafted in like rounds 4 to 6. Like Gabriel Davis in any other draft would have been like a second or third rounder.
Gabriel Davis has serious potential.
Dude, Gabriel Davis is I'm in 9 dynasty leagues. Gabriel Davis is in 6 of them on my teams. I will own him in as many places as I possibly can. That guy, he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver in 2 years.
I've seen some Stephon Diggs comps to Gabriel Davis as far as like the career arc.
I don't know. The career arc makes some sense because he's nothing like him athletically.
The career arc in the sense of like a mid-round wide receiver pick who has really big potential. Is what I mean.
Yeah,
we'll see. And he's on the same team as Stephon Diggs, so I feel like that's where the comp kind of came from.
I like that.
But yeah. All right, man. I feel like it's time to wrap it up. This went really long for some reason. Usually I keep these at around an hour, but we kind of just like kept going. So sorry if you like want to go to bed or something. But
no, it's okay. I
really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it. Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for coming on, man. This is awesome. I'll definitely watch that the Austin Watkins interview like right now. So, dude, thank you so much for coming on. If you want to plug your stuff real quick before we end this, that'd be totally fine.
My name's Sam Wagman. I write for 4th and John and 14 Personnel. You can find me at my Twitter, swagman95. And you can watch my show usually Friday nights, but sometimes it's different days. But it is called The Show, and you can always find me there.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Ethan said adios. I'll put it back on the screen. So adios, everybody. Adios, Sam. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time, guys. Have a good one.